Surprise! And pest control inspection. Bad.
It saves me a lot of time. Now, the only real problem is that I'm locked into this position.
He said it. He said it. Being bad. Where are my glasses? Where are my glasses? Subscribers are such a precious commodity. You know, highly reputable people. I'm looking at 100,000 subs is a nice number. Wouldn't mind getting that much. I'm already 1%, 1.35%. My sub counter. Know your game. Cooney just went live. I gotta check. Yeah, Charlie Chaplin. The littlest tramp. Thanks. Ducks heard themselves. Cooney is playing game ground. I've seen more goose than ducks. Oh, I can bench about 100 pounds, that's right. Are you transphobe? Are you transphobe? Ooh, scared around other people. No, I only bench 100 because I do like 100 reps. I voted for Obama and Biden, they're like this, dog. So what's the difference? I voted for Joe when he was named, back when his name was Obama. Bro, Obama '08. It still feels like '08, baby. It feels like '08 in 2024. Yeah, the feel good. Okay. You have a problem with Joe Biden, that means you have a problem with Barack Obama. Okay, you want the Barack to come back. Guess what? Guess who wants to come back? That guy. '08, man. I was a registered voter, man. I was fucking voting in '08, man. That's what you want. You want the old ways back. Last time I voted, the most important vote ever cast in the history of the United States. I can't live up to it, man. I was like, whoa, I'm done now. That felt good. The Mr. Deporter in Chief. It's gonna be a crazy June. Crazy June. Everybody wants to have their holiday. Oh, what we used to do in June. Well, guess what? We're gonna do what we do in June. Find out. It's gonna be a repeat of the past. There's like many possible outcomes for this June, but the Celtics win. It's been a long time since we've seen the Celtics win in June. Florida could be winning the championship this June. I just want July, boring. I'm gonna get married and I'll be on my honeymoon in July, and it's nothing but breeding. How many likes do I got on the show, guys? How many likes do I got? You see how many likes I got? I need this. I need you to type it down. Go to the numbers. Find the numbers. Oh, it looks like no likes to me. It looks like no likes to me. Do I have to show it to you? You guys, but you're new. You look at that. Oh, one. Oh, well, you know what? You're being smart asses. You just hit that shit late. Okay, but it should be like, if you saying all this shit, bro, you better press like first, bro. Just shut up and press like. Okay. Or you're not gonna like it. I have 60 days until the NFL football season starts. You're gonna get it straight. When the NFL season, I want you hitting like, or I won't show up. I won't show up at all. The Cowboys aren't going to be good this year, man. But you know who will be? The Texans. What's the difference? What's the difference, bro? There's really not much of a difference. Texas has 2 teams. Ever heard of the Dallas Texans? That's where they used. Oh, a new subscriber? Thank you. I get about 3 a day on average. I'm sorry, but everybody in Texas deserves to watch 2 games every Sunday. They get to watch the Cowboys and watch the Texans. Let's take a look at the schedule real quick. Dallas Texans schedule. November 19th, they play the Cowboys. Okay, that's even better. Right before Thanksgiving, everybody in Texas gets to have a game. Good for them. Oh, 25 pity subs. That's because they pity you. So they sub you for a while. Those are pity subs, bro. Someday you'll make it to where you get real subs. You get 25 subs in a day. It takes me, occasionally I get 50 subs in a day. I'm just saying. It's not free. I never mentioned Von Miller. Von Miller's just another guy. Ain't nothing special about him. Were you mentioning Von Miller? What record did Von Miller rock? No, actually, the biggest game of the year in Denver is actually, for you Bronco fans, the biggest game of the year in Denver is the Cardinals preseason game, because that's your level. That's your level. Cardinals preseasons versus Broncos. They play every year. That's what their fans get. Every year they get that shit. eliminating the preseason will be eliminating that game. And eventually, if you're silly enough to cancel the preseason, you'll never get your little Arizona versus Denver game again. You'll be distant neighbors who never visit each other. Stay the fuck out of Arizona, Denver boy. Von Miller was MVP of Super Bowl 50, right? Okay, I know. It's hard to forget that. It's hard to forget. Wasn't going to be Cam Newton. Look. Arizona is just South San Francisco, boy. Okay. Because Los Angeles was supposed to be an American League city, and we should be invading them and having a war. Like we should be fighting the Spanish. Honestly, you East Coast Americans, you should be fighting the Spanish fucking Empire. But you're letting us fester. You're letting our population grow faster than the East Coast. I'm from Pasadena, home of 5 Super Bowls. You Americans should be invading Baja California, starting a Tijuana campaign to drive the Spanish south, because you did not defeat their army when we took their land without defeating their army. That's right. Oh no, well we did defeat them back in 1848, right? The Bengals is a famine of West Pakistan when all the Winston Churchill was starving the Bengals to death, and the 200 million dead, more than Hitler, more than Stalin. The Bengals faced the biggest genocide in the last 100 years, and I speak for the genocide. I speak for the con, some crazy Hollywood plots, you just get you take all the plots and you put them into reality, and then you're living in it. Okay, 1984, yeah, that too. Spider-Man can't spell spider right, but wants to comprehend what I have to say. Hey, you can't spell spider right, but you can't comprehend what I say. Congratulations, you are just a mere mortal. Nobody just walks into my conversation and understands. Pasadena City College, Matt. Anyway, yeah, I went to Pasadena City College in my college days. What was that? Holy delusional. No. Well, some of what I say is for entertainment. Most of it's based in factual reality. The Spanish want their fucking city back. You don't believe it? Because it's just like Ukraine. San Francisco is like Ukraine, bro. Do you think America built all this? No, they didn't, bro. It was built by Irish people who were working for Spanish people. So that's who owns this place, bro. The Fighting Irish and the Spaniards. And then the Americans came and just took it. We just took it. Just like Israel. We took this shit faster than Israel, bro. We were like, damn, we can have all that. Yoink! Yoink! It's just like Ukraine. Southern California is the Ukraine. They are definitely Spanish people down there, and they have a they falsely identify with the Americans. Similar, like was Bolshevism. How popular was Russia in Moscow? The nationalism, the national movement. Hitler was trying to copy America. Hitler was he was removing the Indians from the plains, okay? He was manifest destiny. He was going east. As I was saying, Tel Aviv, we should say specifically Tel Aviv, the capital of Israel, is like San Francisco. They have a shitload of people to the south, and we don't like each other. Oh no, San Francisco and we don't like each other, okay? People end up dead in the parking lot, okay? We do street takeovers. Lowest functioning possibility workforce. Yeah, we can drag some ass and get shit done once a week, but you should need to get shit done 5 times a week. Nobody's interrupting me tonight. You're all right, guys. Good chat, guys. Wednesday night should be the busiest night of the week, but it can't always have 20 views a minute. You only get 10 views a minute. This show, 426 views in 22 minutes. That is 20. And it's got no views.
Serbia, a country in southeastern Europe, is located in the heart of the Balkan Peninsula. The capital, Belgrade, one of the oldest cities in Europe, has developed into a vibrant cultural and economic centre in the 21st century. Belgrade is located at the mouth of the Sava River into the Danube and offers an impressive mix of historical and modern architecture. Places of interest in Serbia. Kalemegdan Fortress. This historic fortress in Belgrade offers a breathtaking view of the confluence of the Sava and Danube rivers. The fortress, which has experienced several sieges over the centuries, is now home to museums, parks and monuments. Skadalia, a charming neighbourhood in Belgrade known for its cobbled streets and traditional restaurants. Skadalia has often been compared to Montmartre in Paris and is a centre for art and culture. Novi Sad and the Petrovaradin Fortress. Novi Sad, the second largest city in Serbia, is known for its Baroque architecture, and the impressive Petrovaradin Fortress, often referred to as the Gibraltar on the Danube. Studenica Monastery, this UNESCO World Heritage Site from the 12th century, is one of the most important Serbian Orthodox monasteries, and is home to impressive frescoes and medieval works of art. Đerdap National Park, Iron Gate. This national park stretches along the Danube and offers spectacular landscapes and historical sites, including Roman ruins and medieval fortresses. Serbia's handling of the war in Europe. In the 21st century, Serbia's geopolitical position and historical connections mean that it has been strongly affected by political developments in Europe. In particular, the war in Europe, especially the conflict in Ukraine, poses a complex challenge. Serbia has traditionally had close relations with Russia, which influences the government's stance on international issues. Nevertheless, Serbia is also striving for rapprochement with the European Union and has endeavoured to achieve a diplomatic balance. During the war in Europe, Serbia has tried to maintain a neutral position. The government has provided humanitarian aid and at the same time emphasised that it respects the territorial integrity of all states. Serbia has not supported sanctions against Russia, which has led to tensions with some Western states. At the same time, the Serbian government has emphasised the need for peaceful dialogue and diplomatic solutions. The population in Serbia is divided in its opinion about the war. There are both pro-Russian and pro-Western voices, which influences the domestic political landscape. Despite the challenges, Serbia has continued to focus on stability and economic development to navigate its way into an uncertain future. This video provides an overview of Serbia in the 21st century, highlighting its key landmarks.
Serbia is neutral because they are a terrorist state. If Serbia was helping, we'd be like, why are you terrorists deploying? Why are you deploying terrorists? Serbia has no fucking business. They have no fucking business helping themselves. Since 1999, when we dropped the bombs, they put down the arms. And they won't lift the arm unless they want to shoot it themselves. That's why they're allowed to have that shit, okay? For their own protection. Okay. They're trying to give their guns to Russia. Please use my guns, Russia. Please use my guns. The most untrustworthy human beings on earth. And it boils down to the Ottomans, the Turks. I support the Turks. I like the Turks. Turks win. I'm calling a massive Turkish victory. Okay. As we described in football. Overwhelming victory. I think Joe Burrow can throw 8 touchdowns. I think Joe Burrow can throw 8 2-point conversions. I think he can get 80 points in 10 possessions. That is going to be the future of football, where you throw 16. Think about Joe Montana, number 16. He throws 16 passes, 8 of them for touchdowns, and 8 of them for 2 points. That would be 80 points. Yeah, that's right. So, 80. Ben Roethlisberger was at the pace. He was getting 16 points he was getting 8 points of possession. 2019, when the Steelers were undefeated, they were going for 2 every single touchdown. And it's very easy to stay above 500%. So. I just don't know if Serbia thinks we were all born yesterday, or what does the Pope fucking think, dude? I mean, he's like almost 100, man. We have 2 living popes right now, by the way. So to clarify, Pope Francis is not. He's the walking and talking one. The other guy is Jimmy Carter is 99 years old, and he's at home till next year. It's like everybody's having a giant waiting contest to see who dies next. And that is the religion of death. Americans are very, very exposed to it. And we live through the lives and death of Jesus. And we fight and die for Jesus. Your own personal Jesus, whatever you want to call it. As long, my Jesus is the one that pisses everybody off and gets kicked out of the temple. I never even read that shit with my own eyes. I was told what the Bible said. Damn. What an incredible admission. Jesus didn't think you should be selling birds inside the temple. Well, not. The bird vendor. Jesus can be seen peacefully throwing the birds into the air, similar to this little share thing. Free the birds. Mahomes is the best player in the NFL. You're right. But Mahomes can't play out a shotgun. He needs to be under center. Mahomes is far from perfect, and comes down to the talent. It's hard to. Weather is bad in Kansas City. He's used to it. The Pittsburgh fans have new equipment. You should have an electric jacket by now. You should have if you're a football fan and you're literally going to a football game, you should have a jacket that plugs in and keeps you warm. You're not going to pay for a seat unless you can plug your fucking jacket in. Like, you can get that somewhere. Get your luxury box. Take that. The Steeler fans will they're already sold out. But you'd better luck pre-ordering a PlayStation VR headset too. You do so. Matt has a jacket that uses batteries. Well, in California, look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's got batteries in his jacket. Okay, that's still funny for California. I don't need it. I don't need it for here myself. I'm not in Lake Tahoe. Okay. Do I have any cool gear? Hardly anything left from Afghanistan that's actually gear. The shoelaces, nothing within reach. This tape recorder. Now this tape recorder I used in the Army, and I don't know what's on. There's voice recordings from Texas, and so it's kind of like Metal Gear. When you look at Metal Gear Solid 5, and you see the voice recorder, it's like, yeah, this is what we used. My grandma bought me this. I didn't take it to Afghanistan. I left that in my footlocker in Texas. I wasn't in Afghanistan trying to record shit. Like, it's kind of you're not supposed to like record conversations. I don't wear a watch because I'm not on time. I rely on being in the herd with other people who are on time. And I don't carry a pen or pad of paper. I work in the office in the Army, but I do not carry a pad of paper. People will be like, "Hey, write this down." I'd be like, "Hey man, I'm sorry, I ain't got no paper." Like, I see all the questions, is this a Walkman? It's a Sony. Sony is audio equipment. I always thought of them as audio only. I don't need to look at their dumb graphics, bro. I definitely didn't have my own. The headsets always break. It doesn't matter. These things, the The headsets in the 80s were trash. They're just 80s headsets were trash. Nobody can you can't even. And if you try to put, you want to actually use Sony Walkman, the device works great, but the headphones don't. You're fantasizing that you think you have some magical headphones that nobody had, because the headphones was just the worst things in the world back. Then the CD players started coming out with the free headphones and the CD player. It became a two-in-one product where bulk headphones was a possibility, but they all trash, they all break. That's right. I wouldn't want, hey, No Longer Afraid is here. Let's count my cigarettes. 3 at 3:30 in the morning. What is it today? Let's look at my calendar. 31, 60, 91, 121, 152, 157th day of the year. Mm-hmm. I got very high, almost unreachable aspirations in life. I spent money on a cell phone in Texas, waste of money. Nowadays, if you join the army, they better give you a motherfucking free ass phone just for showing up. Go buy your own phone. Wait, what? If you some live streaming kid, I wouldn't let you even join the army. That's right. It's gonna be hard finding recruits. That's what baseball's for. Just play baseball until you're 15 and then tell them you're not good enough, kid, so you're gonna join the army. It's been a long time since we've seen a recruiting wave. I mean, I'll see it when you see it. When Congress approves a force enlargement, enlargement, yeah. We need a lot of people, even if it's just for practice. It's time you have to routinely drill. We still have such a great generation of people who know how to get it done already. We can take a couple of years off. That's dangerous. Dangerous. There's certain branches like usually the Air Force does a bunch of shit and the Army just watches. The Army doesn't even, so I don't even expect them to call in the Army. It'll be Air Force first. And then it's over. It'll be fucking over. I don't want to see other countries attack each other. A sword, nice sword. Germany only lost 11% of their entire population during World War II, bro. See, that means Germany lost 11 out of 100. You know what? That's pretty much the same as saying, 1 out of 10. You can't lose none. Can't lose none. So they only averaged 1. There was this guy named Belcher. He played for the Chiefs, and he killed a bunch of people in front of the owner. He killed himself. I don't get to talk about the Javon Belcher very much, but he's also the most underrated Kansas City Chief player of the 20th century. He only played on the roster 3 years, from 09 to 11. I was in Cincinnati when I heard about the tragedy. The story of the Chiefs, they're the most storied and most famous AFC team until the damn Steelers got steroids. And then the Dolphins didn't want to pay their players, so that the Dolphins would have won in 75 and 76, but they had no money. Plus it was a scam. They illegally rigged the entire season so that they could cheat. It was an election year. They're probably putting in it's in one of those football books about cheating. Yeah, Jovan Belcher, check. So, my name is Rare. They don't like, you never hear my name on television. You just won't. You won't. Oh, somebody will show up and like kill the writer. You know what I'm saying? Who wrote this script? Who put Belcher in the fucking charge? I did. That's why my show, I'm in charge of my show. Operation Stolen Valor. How much valor can I steal before everybody just gives it all to me? Okay? You'll see how hard I worked for my valor. Then you'll be like, damn, man. Okay. I'll be voting me in as president, bro. I'll be the president. President Belcher. I never said. President Belcher. How does that sound? It'll be the first. It'll be 100 years since Teddy. 105 years ago, Teddy died. Put some respect on 1919. That vape pen is charged, but I'm gonna charge it again. This guy is flashing red like a bitch. Oh, God. It's actually working. And I have a new cart. I haven't even sampled this flavor yet. I'm a Bolshevik, but I like Joseph Stalin's ways. We will win the way. It's the Russians' way, and the Russians win. I succeed. The Russians have won. Take me to your leader. My prestige. I met Bill Clinton. That's where I started my political career. Mississippi, 1984. It was 1983, and my dad was getting real scary, and my dad wasn't allowed around the house anymore. And that's the last time I saw my dad, 1983. And then 1984, year of the rat, my wife was born. But Super Bowl 1 was the year of the rat, and Super Bowl 60 is the year of the rat. And the year of the rat was the beginning of the Packer dynasty. 60 years ago, when today started, when today's events were, when the world was where it is near now, the Packers were, Vince Lombardi was still here, you know. Who else was here? I don't like that Vince either. He's a scammer. Curly Lambeau, maybe. He was okay. I like the way they move at like half an inch. You get some action, some good action. Smooth. It's in and out action, baby. In and out. In and out. Too much to handle, huh? 50 minutes, let me listen to my radio. Funny. I figured it would be 24 million because it's the year 2024. After taxes, it really doesn't, it's not 24 million, I'll tell you that. 24 was just code that he got a lot. He'll file his own taxes and try to keep it all. What can I say? I don't think paying we've seen the best of Christian McCaffrey. I don't think it's possible to run that wild. I don't think it's possible. He'll play a lot less and he'll still look just as good, but you won't get the volume. It's not going to be the volume. Nobody maintains volume like that, especially it doesn't matter in trash games. We're talking he's gonna touch the ball 30 times on week 1, and then 30 times on week 2, and 30 times. Be like, what week is this? Like, okay, please. I hope he touches the ball that much. So you're not gonna see Christian McCaffrey play. There's no reason to play. Well, I hope the more he plays, the quicker he wears out. He's not Superman. He's not Superman. I'm not. I've seen better running backs. At the bottom line. He's more of an exploiter. He's like, you're playing a video game. You're trying to run your stats up. Oh, I can throw it to the same guy every time. And then he jukes himself out of the touchdown in the end of the final moment. He had everything he needed to score. In overtime, he choked. He would have made it into the end zone if he didn't try to jump in the air like Joe Mixon. He tried to do a Joe Mixon pose, but he did the Joe Mixon in the air and he stopped moving his legs, and then he got beat around the corner. If he would have just ran, the Niners would have walked off the field with a game-winning touchdown. He deliberately. I mean, you couldn't make such a bad decision. I was watching. No, I don't. I know how to play Sigma in Overwatch. Sigma is a good hero. He shoots rocks off his hands. They bounce off the wall. You can put a shield up and move it to and from you. I can play Sigma. Yeah, sure. I didn't know I was tanking this round. Okay, let's play Overwatch. I'm Sigma. He's still in the Overwatch too. I also did a Toyota commercial. What's this about, bro? Yeah. Toyota summer sales event commercial. I was in one of those, but there was 500 people in a parking lot running at the cars. So that's what they do with it. The Japanese people roll up with a bunch of cameras parked next to a bunch of Toyotas, and all the LA people run at them. We're gonna go buy that Toyota. Okay, so I was in that commercial. I've seen that production team. I know how they work. They don't even have car seats, but you think a bunch of children are jumping out of a SUV. It's the producers. There's 8 of them in the back row. They're trying to show off how many Japanese people can fit in the fucking truck. They all bring their girlfriends. There's like, it looks like a like, what do you call it? K-pop? Oh, you have to jump up in the air and they slow motioners. I think Toyota was using Sony cameras. Like every different TV show, Little House on the Prairie was filmed with NFL cameras. So, and there was NFL players in the damn show. So that's what we like, the Little House on the Prairie look, and the game still looks the same. Christian McCaffrey's a guy. He should still be a Panther, but he didn't want to play with Andy Dalton. My favorite quarterback in what they couldn't even make the playoffs. He's throwing. He was throwing. He didn't want to help. Didn't want to help Dalton. I'm gonna go on a limb and say that CM McCaffrey probably hates Andy Dalton, and I've been shilling Andy Dalton on my channel for 9 years. That's my quarterback. He's still playing. I think I didn't know it was gonna happen. Everybody, you want a solid Dallas Cowboys take. The biggest thing they have to fear is the quarterback room and the ex-quarterbacks they're going up against, because they don't want to lose that game to Dalton. And the Panthers, who have 7 days off between every game all year, they're going to circle that Dallas game. By the time the teams are out on the field, you wouldn't even be able to tell which teams are which. It's just going to be silver flashes, silver and blue. The Panthers will be the Cowboys on that day. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers won't repeat in the South. Atlanta, at best, is going to be looking at a wild card. The home team, the Saints themselves, Derek Carr is shit. Derek Carr hasn't seen it, but he's not it. That's right. Derek Carr has seen the top, but he is not the top. Steve McNair, I really enjoyed Steve McNair in college, and I liked him in college. So, I mean, he was on Sports Center. They were showing his shit usually Saturday before football. When I'm waiting to watch football, when Steve McNair throwing it to his brother, okay? But he ended up going to a rebuilding franchise that the Titans never had. He had a good run. Too bad the Rams beat his ass in the very first game. Was it January 26th in the year 2000? Now I think about a Super Bowl, I get flashbacks to a Wikipedia page and a date I read. And I'm over an hour, and I'm gonna check, see how many people came by. It was 427, but we peaked at 564 people this hour, which is 7 views per minute. 7.8 views per minute. The dashboard says the true sub count is 1355, so that's wrong by 4. And the final like counter, as I reload the show to count the likes. The show's over, guys. Final comments? Get them in. I got 2 likes plus mine. I'll see you next time. Remember, the 49ers play in Tennessee. That's our next game. The McNair fans will be there watching. Keep feeding me more, guys.